Welcome to Candid Travels, Texas. All right, today I want to share to the Candid Travels, Texas family, as well as the family at the ATX ITAC, how you can train in internal tactical arts, martial arts, tactical combat arts, while you sleep in a real way, which I was actually taught long time ago. And now with the stuff on the internet, it kind of reminded me of doing it again. All right, so what you can do is, as you know, in internal martial arts, the most important thing with internal arts, whether it be internal Wing Chun or Tai Chi, Shin Yi Chuan, Bagua, a lot of these internal arts, or some forms of yoga, some forms of even like practices like Pilates and such, is the internal placement. It's the placement of your tongue. Okay, so generally speaking, you want your tongue on the roof of your mouth. So in the last episode we mentioned about mewing, right? Dr. Mike Muse, DDS, of London, England, third generation dentist, is trying to get children to do that now so they don't have to have braces. He is an orthodontist that is speaking against braces, which I find honest, you know? So anyway, so with that in mind, you want to be able to train at night. And when you're sleeping, it's kind of hard to consciously remember to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. So what you can do is, this is just a technique. You can get either 3M white bandage. You just go to the drugstore. Now, if you want to get fancy and you have extra money, you can buy them from Japan. Now, in Japan, they have these tapes that they seal your lips while you're sleeping. So it actually is originally prescribed by some doctors there for curing snoring and treating sleep apnea. Now, I'm telling you to do it as a form of training for ATX Internal Tactical Arts Collective, okay? It is, you can train while you're sleeping. All you do is, okay, if you don't have that right away and you have a Band-Aid, just keep your lips closed. So what I recommend is you tape it longitudinally, because the point is you don't want your jaw up. Like, you know, some people sleep, they're like this, like that, right? So you don't want that, because when you drop your jaw in combat, you get knocked in the jaw, or you get hit in the jaw in combat, you break your jaw. So you don't want that, obviously. And also the tongue will drop, which is extremely unhealthy. Your brain and your central nervous system will not operate properly. You can get easily emotionally triggered. You can be afraid. So you don't want that tongue to drop. And as people get older and they're sick, their jaw drops and their throat drops, and then you can see some of them, you know, their chin drops, you know. So you don't want that. It's a health issue as well. So what you do is just lips closed, teeth together, tongue on the roof of your mouth. You do that while you're awake, but at night you're not going to be able to do that. So you basically just close your lips and tape as such, like what I showed you before. Now, you could try the 3M, which you can get at any drugstore. So just Now, when your lips are closed, your tongue will tend to go to the roof of your mouth while you're sleeping. So I actually did this last night, right, Allison? Did I snore less?
Yeah, you snored less.
Yeah, and it was softer. So I ate a lot last night at Olive Garden. So if I eat carbohydrates, for me, I tend to snore a little bit more. So if I'm on a, you know, like a carnivore diet, I snore less. So like when I lived out in LA, it was a lot of carbs. Alcohol too will make you snore. Carbohydrates. Anyway, but it helps prevent it. Like that. Very simple. Now, I don't recommend these if you're on a budget. If you're on a budget, just go to the store at like at a local drugstore and get, you know, the bandages that you use for first aid, to the white tape. That adhesive is designed to go on human skin and not to rip it off. Do not use duct tape, please. Okay? Duct tape is great for machines and satellites we have at NASA, but not for your skin. That's not going to screw you up, okay? That will not be good for your all-terrain internal tactical arts collective practice. Okay, and once again, like anything else you hear from me, check with your legally licensed physician of your country. Make sure it's okay, all right? So, that's it. Now, if you're on a budget, like I said, I wouldn't use Band-Aids. Now, I like Band-Aids. I started using these a long time ago because there's like, you see this gauze area? So the gauze area goes over my lips. So I don't have adhesive on my lips. However, it's okay. If you're on a budget, you can still use the white tape. Now, some people, they're real gung-ho, right? So what they'll do is they do the vertical, and then they'll do the cross like this. They seal their mouth completely. Now, that's up to you. Check with your physician, your licensed physician, all right? So, that is, I'm going to title this the mouth taping tactic, okay? I think a couple of years back, like 10 years ago, they had like all these girls who wanted to look pretty, the model, like wannabe models. They would tape their mouth like this, and they would write like tattoo or write N-O, hate, no hate, what is it? N-O,
no
what?
hate.
No, I know, but it's the letters N-O, 8-O,
H, and then the number 8.
Yeah, N-O-H-A.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they should keep that on all night long. All right, let's see where we ended today.
A warrior's life is not about imagined perfection or victory. It is about love. Love is a warrior's sword. Wherever it cuts, it gives life, not death. Dan Millman, Way of the Peaceful Warrior.
All right, so I'm going to go and get you some 3M tape so you know what I'm talking about other than a Band-Aid for the mouth taping tactic. But let me show you what I got here. Edinburgh, the Scottish drink of champions. I have no idea what fruit this is, but I'm going to have this during my one meal. There's a little sugar, there's sugar in it, but it's not high fructose or artificial sugar. It's real sugar. I mean, so this is from Glasgow. I don't know if you can see that. It says it's from Glasgow. Yeah. Glasgow, Scotland. Edinburgh. And we're drinking a Scottish morning drink here in Austin, Texas. And this I got here is Korean ginseng tea. Korean ginseng tea. They come in these pellets and they just dissolve. All of this at the H-E-B supermarkets here in Austin, Texas. The one by the university. It's an international one. It has a lot of different international foods. Of course, we've got Hawaiian Spam and Texas hot dogs under there. All right, man. I know you're like, oh man, he's a carnivore. Yep. All right, so let me see if I can find you the, there you go, the stuff. Hey, Crippled Masters. By the way, when you know ATX ITAC, you'll be able to defeat a larger attacker and know how. Yeah, there you go. By the way, this is to credit is Jeff Anderson. He teaches a lot of great things. He's in Wimberley, Texas. Okay, that's where he is based out of. He's a Army veteran as well. He's an Army veteran. Yeah. Okay. I am airman. Different. Yeah. You Air Force guy. All right. But we're all on the same team. Okay. Let me show you what the 3M looks like. We're going somewhere today, hopefully. I'm going to try to get us there. As you know, the Texas Rangers were established in 18... What? What's it say here? 1823. So I might be able to take you somewhere that was established in the 1800s here in Austin, Texas, a historical place. I haven't taken Allison there yet, but it's called Scoot Inn. It's a historic place called Scoot Inn. Now it's already nighttime. So I'm going to show you what scoot in looks like during the day. This is scoot in since 1871. That's what it looks like during the daytime. There you go. So I'm going to see if we can get there. We're going to have to take a cab there. There's like no parking. We're going to see what it looks like in the nighttime on the outside. This is the inside currently in 2019. This is all scoot in the daytime. So I'm just showing you the pictures here. This is just, they're showing you drinks and stuff that they have. But, and there's food. There's now in Maui, there's a place called, I believe, Lahaina Inn. Oh, there you go. Lone Star Beer. Might have one tonight. Don't know. All right, so this is the external part of it during the daytime. So you got like a patio. And then you have, there you go, scoot in. Food and drink. Before we go out, I'm going to try to get some of that 3M tape to show you what it looks like. I'm going to try, okay? Can't promise that. And before we possibly go out to the historic scoot in, I wanted to give you a little bit more of history on the modern day mouth taping. It's all over YouTube right now. You just say mouth taping and mewing, you know, the historical combat ancestry of the ancestor of mouth taping. So as you know, soldiers, right, and warriors, you know, even during the Roman times, they had helmets. The helmets often had a strap that would keep the chin up like that. And when you keep the chin up like that, the tongue naturally goes up high. Okay, if you go like that, your tongue goes down. Now close your lips and then make your teeth touch naturally. Natural. Your tongue naturally rises. Okay, so when you tape your mouth, well, back in the day, they sometimes slept with their helmets on. Okay, so the strap would be here for many reasons. One of the reasons would be because in case of a surprise attack, you got your headgear, your protection, your armor's on. But more importantly, when you're sleeping, it forces the tongue to go up high on the roof of your mouth. And when you do that, you don't snore. And if you're not snoring while you're sleeping, you're not making a sound. Scottish iron brew. Drinking it here in Texas. Hey, Jackie, super enthused. Thanks for sharing iron brew when you're in London. I know you watched the show. Okay. But the thing is that what you have is the strap on your helmet. If you're sleeping with this strapped up like that, your chin is up and your tongue is up. And it isn't just for physical reasons here. When your tongue is up high on the palate, you're not going to snore. If you do, it's much, much softer. Like Allison said, I taped my mouth with the one Band-Aid like that last night. So the snoring was much less. And when you do it, eventually, after a while, you may forget a day not to do that. And then your snoring actually goes away to minimum. And Allison has said, yeah, there are times that when I'm eating certain things, I don't even snore, right? And so, yeah, what you want to do is you want to understand that this goes back a long, long way, this mouth taping thing. So nowadays, you tape your mouth instead of wearing a helmet. This was true in ancient Roman times and ancient ancestry of like the ninja, right? I know it sounds hokey, ninja, but samurai warriors sometimes would, do that around their head. And geishas, and that's the thing. Geishas are like beautiful women that have sex for political reasons, right? What they would do as part of their beauty practice is to tie like a rope or a rope around their head like this, so that their jaw, their lower jaw, stays like that while they're sleeping. And so then the tongue goes up and their faces will look more attractive. But more importantly, it's not just about being attractive. They will be able to think on their toes. If you look into the history of ancient Japan, a lot of the geishas were used as assassins to get information from powerful, leaders and such. So basically, it's a good for your health. And so so this is the mouth taping, the ancestry of mouth taping, which now I don't know if Dr. Mike Muse DDS recommends it, but it's all over the internet. You can just Google mouth taping, the origin, the ancient combat origins of mewing and mouth taping. So let me see if I can find, we'll go to the drugstore and see if we can find the, what I meant, other than a Band-Aid. Because Band-Aid can get pretty expensive. You're going to put like a Band-Aid on, you got to use a Band-Aid every night. That's just too much money. And it's kind of wasteful. Okay. And then with the other, you could go like this and like that. All right. ATX ITAC warriors and lovers, here we are. We're going to wait and see when I get it. All right. So I just want to tell you, a lot of these type of ancient historical things are not even on the internet. They're not recorded. It's all through verbal transmission from families downward. And so it's kind of cool. And but use your common sense. It makes sense, right? There are times, even in modern warfare, where men would keep their helmets on, and to keep that jaw in place. So makes sense. And all right, let's see what happens next. See if I can get you the tape, and we'll see if we can see what the historic Scoot Inn looks like at night in downtown Austin on 4th Street in 2019. By the way, it's still over 100 degrees in the sun right now, and we are in the first week of September.
How to defeat larger attackers. The true secret. There it is. Dun 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 dun. Hidden Blue. Original and best.
Let's go. Allison's gonna try to pick up I'm gonna show you guys the 3Ms if they have it at CVS Pharmacy. Alright. Here's the Hello Kitty and her Halloween stuff. Oh my gosh, it's September. Hey, this is Bella the movie dog, as she might be now. That was not intended to be tasteless. Oh, there's Jack Skellington. Let's look for it. All right, so we have CVS brand. Adhesive tape, waterproof, secures wound dressing. So this is all right, so now you'll be able to see what I got from the drugstore. Here it's CVS. All right. Now let me tell you how much it's cost. The CVS here. Okay, here's a big one. We'll open these two. So one for Allison and one for me. Now there was no 3M brand. Okay, this is CVS health brand. So it's okay. It's adhesive tape, secures wound dressing. So it's not duct tape. You don't want to go duct tape, right? So let me open this up. Okay, we'll leave one for Allison. There it is. Okay, so here it is. It's adhesive, right? So this costs $5.87 for 2 of these. Okay, it's a lot less expensive than using like what I showed you earlier with a Band-Aid. Okay, so I'm gonna open it up. It pops out like this. This is very inexpensive, and you can just put the tape there. All right, I'm gonna shut this off for a second. Okay, so here you have. Here's one. So. That's it. Now, for all you macho guys with beards, you'll have to figure something else out for that. Maybe you may try this. Usually that's not enough to secure the lower jaw, the mandible, up this way. Okay? All right, so that's that. Any questions, like I said, you can email us at drliualohaliu@gmail.com. All right? Let's see if we can make it to the historic Scoot Inn. All right? Established in 1871. As I promised, we're at the historic Scoot Inn, man. Here we are. Started in 1871. I'm going to back up here and get the whole picture here. All right, we got security up. We're all secure here. It's a resurrection tattoo. There it is. The Scoot Inn. On a late night, end of summer disco. It's been pretty hot today. We're at 4th and Navasota. I'm going to go across the street, and there's it, Scoot Inn. All right, and now inside the historic Scoot Inn. All right, there's Allison right here wandering around behind me. Do you see her? There she is. And it's established in 1871. Oh, piano, dear. Is it working? Doesn't work anyway. Here we go. Yeah, this is it. It looks very much like parts of Lahaina. And here's a longhorn steer right here. All right, and the guy with an LA hat. Dodgers, huh? Wait, okay, so this is what it looked like. This is an original structure from 1871. And this is the cool bar here. Cool bar. And let's see what else is. Okay, and this is Texas Tea Scoop. So anyway, thanks for joining us at Candid Travels, Texas. Send us any questions for the origin of the mouth taping, which is a follow-up on the ancient combat origin of mewing. All right, thanks. Have a good time. Send us any questions, guys. Adios. Hello. Wow. So we are now at the outside of Scoot Inn. This is all Scoot Inn, and that's a nice guy. Lone Star. Lone Star beer. There's Allison. She has Bud Light, the new Lone Star beer of Texas. All right, here's Allison and I. Take a picture, you guys? Sure. Yeah, that sounds good. Let me turn this off. It's on camera mode. Okay. I love your t-shirt, bro. Surely not everybody was Kung Fu fighting. They could have been doing ninjutsu. They could have been doing Krav Maga and ATX ITAC, founded by yours truly. All right. Okay, so we're lounging now at Scoot Inn. We're lounging at Scoot Inn now. So that was a wonderful gentleman with a shirt that says, surely not everybody is Kung Fu fighting, who took our photos just now with a lovely couple next to us. So once again, thanks for joining us here at Candid Travels, Texas. Allison's listening to music. Yeah. And so yeah, any questions you might have about the mouth taping, ATX ITAC, ancient combat origins of that, then just email us at drliualohaliu@gmail.com. Dr. Liam, Grandmaster, and Master Allison signing off. Aloha, from Texas. Out.